Another week of surprises and chaos now awaits.
The New York Jets have acquired Devontae Adams, reunites Aaron Rodgers and Adams.
The race for both Super Bowl 59 and the first overall pick in 2025 are wide open. How about we dive into our Week 7 edition of the 2024 NFL Power Rankings? Number 32, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 32. It's usually hard to find positives when you lose by 20 points at home, but Drake May did show some flashes in his first NFL start. He showed some chemistry with Demario Douglas and Keishon Butte, and if May can build off of this, then hey, the Patriots won't be so unwatchable down the stretch. Number 31, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 31. The Andy Dalton honeymoon phase is now worn off, and it may be time to go back to Bryce Young. The 1-5 Panthers are broken and beyond repair. May as well just see if Young can bounce back. I mean, if not, they know to draft a new quarterback in April. Number 30, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 30. With that kind of effort against Caleb Williams' Chicago Bears in London, the Jaguars may have just forfeited the game and taken a vacation. The defense was gashed for nearly 400 yards in a 35-16 blowout loss. So, at 1-5, stick a fork in Trevor Lawrence's squad. Number 29, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 29. Will Levis didn't even hit 100 yards passing, wasting a stellar effort by the Titans defense in a ground game that racked up 146 yards in a 20-17 loss to the Indianapolis Colts. The Titans are now 1-4 and looked poised to get another top 5 pick. It already feels like Levis isn't gonna last another year in Music City. Number 28, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 27. Yep, same old story for the 2024 Browns. Deshaun Watson did next to nothing as a passer, and the Browns' horrific offensive line allowed 5 sacks and a 20-16 road loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Like Tennessee, Cleveland will finish with a top 10 pick, so they can at least find a new QB to replace Watson. Number 27, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 28. The 1-4 Rams are out of the playoff race at this point, but they'll have a chance to play spoiler when star wideouts Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua return from injury. Number 26, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 25. The Raiders were blown out at home by 19 points against a Pittsburgh Steelers squad with a lackluster offense. We knew the Raiders had a suspect QB situation, but that defense was a top 10 unit last year. Now they're allowing 27.2 points per game through week 6. I mean, come on, can't this team be consistent at anything? Number 25, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 24. The Giants dropped a defensive slugfest to the Cincinnati Bengals 17-7 in primetime. We know this offense has a limited ceiling with Daniel Jones, and there's still no reason to think Dable is considering a change. Number 24, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 23. Dennis Allen is not cut out for coaching. The aging defense is a mess now, and we're not even sure if Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen can do a whole lot behind this atrocious offensive line. Will the front office finally accept its fate and begin selling at the deadline? Number 23, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 22. Jordan Love torched the secondary all game long, and the defense was destroyed for 179 yards on the ground. It's really hard to take Arizona seriously now. They are a mushy middle team with a hot and cold offense and a Swiss cheese defense. Number 22, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 19. Another coulda, shoulda, woulda loss for the Jets. Greg Zerlane missed 2 field goals, and Aaron Rodgers threw an interception on New York's final possession to seal a 23-20 home loss to the Buffalo Bills. And an Adams-Aaron Rodgers reunion in Gotham, too little too late. Number 21, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 26. Well, Joe Burrow and the Bengals kept their season alive for now by narrowly escaping MetLife Stadium with a low-scoring win over the Giants. Cincy is only 1 game out of a playoff spot, and there is a promising path to get above 500 with the 1-win Browns, inconsistent Eagles, and miserable Raiders making up the Bengals' next 3 games. Number 20, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 21. The Dolphins' bye week couldn't have come at a much better period. Tua Tagovailoa got more time to recover as he works his way back from injury, not to mention that backup Tyler Huntley got to further familiarize himself with Miami's playbook. Number 19, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 13. Well, Seattle's 3-0 start was fun while it lasted. They took advantage of a weak schedule early, but have now dropped 3 straight games, all by double-digit points. During the losing skid, the D has allowed 35.6 points per game, and that is just ridiculous. Number 18, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 17. The Broncos put up a real stinker in a 23-16 home loss to the banged-up Los Angeles Chargers. Defense can't steal every game, and Bo Nix is still a work in progress, so the expectations need to be kept at a reasonable level in Denver. Number 17, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 20. Yeah, it wasn't pretty by any means, but not sure if you've noticed, but the race for the last two AFC wildcard spots is wide open, and the resilient Colts are very much still in it. Number 16, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 9. The Cowboys humiliated themselves at home for a third time in as many games this year. Dallas is currently 3-0 away and winless at home. Hey, Jerry Jones is okay with mediocrity and told reporters that he's not thinking about a coaching change. So, you know what you're getting with these guys. Number 15, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 18. A nice, tidy bounce-back win for the Chargers in Mile High City coming out of their bye week. Jim Harbaugh's group dominated the Broncos on both sides of the ball and moved to 3-2 following a mini 2-game losing skid. The AFC is surprisingly weaker this year, so the Bolts should be taken pretty seriously in the playoff race. Number 14, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 16. Make that 3 straight victories for the Bears, who are finally rounding into form on offense. Great to see Keenan Allen finally get involved too, with a pair of TDs in Sunday's win. The Bears now get to sit back and enjoy a bye week before visiting Jaden Daniels' Washington Commanders in Week 8. Number 13, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 15. The banged-up 49ers put on an offensive masterpiece in Seattle to cruise by the Seahawks. That might be a season saver, folks. The 49ers can really show the NFL that they're back if they can avenge their Super Bowl 58 loss when they host the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Number 12, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 14. The Bucs haven't shown any week-to-week consistency, and it remains to be seen how they'll actually fare against tougher opponents down the stretch. That starts with a home game against Baltimore on Monday, but hey, these guys have asserted themselves as a serious playoff contender once again. Number 11, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 12. Well, it wasn't pretty, but Nick Sirianni's Eagles barely snuck past the hapless Cleveland Browns to get back above 500. The return of A.J. Brown made the difference for Philly and a defensive slugfest. It still feels like this team is miles away from reaching its potential, but hey, they're just a half a game out of first in the division with the Giants, Bengals, and Jaguars next on the schedule. Number 10, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 6. Not gonna knock on the Commanders for losing on the road to the league's hottest offense. Jaden Daniels had a solid day overall against the Ravens defense, but Washington's D couldn't come up with the timely stops in a 30-23 loss. These are the games that teach valuable lessons to young teams looking to take that next step. Number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 11. Justin Fields didn't have to do much with his arm. His legs, along with the Steelers' explosive ground game and lights-out defense, made it easy with the blowout win over Las Vegas and Sin City. The offense is going to need to stay sharp with the stingy Jets defense coming to Pittsburgh on Sunday night. Number 8, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 8. The Bills tried to hand Monday night to the Jets on a silver platter. Fortunately for Josh Allen and company, the Jets actually handed it to them on a golden platter. Buffalo has come out of a tough 6-game stretch with a 4-2 record, and truth be told, Amari Cooper could take this offense to another level. Number 7, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 10. Kirk Cousins and the offense just get better and better each week. The Falcons crushed Carolina 38-20 on the road for a third straight victory. Cousins is maximizing the weaponry around him, providing Atlanta the stability that they've lacked at QB for a few years now. Number 6, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 7. Green Bay absolutely crushed the Cardinals at home to improve to 4-2 on the season. Jordan Love is playing like an MVP, Josh Jacobs and Jaden Reed are on their way to 1,000-yard seasons, and the D continues to put the clamps down, allowing under 20 points in 4 of their last 5 games now. Number 5, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 5. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry both put up MVP-like performances in Sunday's home win over Jaden Daniels' Commanders in the Beltway Bowl. The Ravens have now put up over 30 points in 3 straight weeks, a clear reminder that they're very much in the running for the Super Bowl, thank you very much. Number 4, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 4. Hey, no Nico Collins, no problem. Hard to stop this offense anyway with CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell. And now they get a chance to make a statement win in Week 7 with a trip to Green Bay next up on the schedule. Number 3, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 3. All the Lions did in Week 6 was come into Dallas and crush the Cowboys 47-9, getting some tasty revenge after last year's ineligible receiver penalty fiasco in Jerry World. Unfortunately, Aiden Hutchinson suffered tibia and fibula fractures that require surgery, so the Lions Lions may be without their defensive MVP for the rest of the year. Number 2, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 2. The Vikings retain the number 2 spot here following their Week 6 bye. Now comes a Game of the Year candidate with many set to host Jared Goff and the Lions. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 1. The Chiefs were on a bye in Week 6 following a perfect 5-0 start, giving the banged-up offense much-needed time to recover before their can't-miss Week 7 showdown against the San Francisco 49ers. But hey, who do you think is the NFL's team to beat heading into Week 7? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.